Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Car Talk. Podcasting and streaming from Studio A inside the Sugar Shack Studios. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, award-winning racetrack announcer with a wrap on the 23 racing season and changes for 24. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rodney Rodriguez. You'll hear my thoughts on a week with the new Land Rover Defender, a 3-row off-roader that also doubles as a luxury grocery getter. And then Konrad has the cruising calendar. It's all just ahead in this episode of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Konrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad you could join us on this Christmas weekend for our live broadcast. Every Saturday from 8 to 11 o'clock next weekend will be our New Year show. Yeah. And I'm sure that there'll be booze in the studio and we'll be celebrating like no tomorrow. Not.
We got something special next weekend.
Yeah? What's that?
Next weekend.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's that. Speaking of something special, ladies and gentlemen, live from the hill country. I guess we could call it that, can't we, Rodney?
Close enough, yeah.
Close enough. He's close enough hilly. To the hill. Huh?
It's hilly. It's hilly, so it's
yeah,
okay.
But you're at the southern end of the hills.
Yeah, I'm not far from Austin. Luckily, I'm not in Austin.
Well, it's better than being at the Walls unit.
The Walls unit up in Huntsville. Well, I think we got him from there. Rodney Rodriguez, award-winning racetrack announcer, and your in-the-know Texas connection to local racing action. How is local racing? Do we still have a group of racers out there that love to do their thing on a Saturday or Friday night?
We really do. Very, very dirt heavy, as I've mentioned in the past, and only getting bigger, it seems like.
Why is dirt so popular now? It originally started as dirt, and then it moved to asphalt. Now it's back to dirt again.
It depends who you ask, guys. I mean, a lot of folks, when they say dirt is more economical, but BS. I mean, you guys know racers. I mean, you can give them the most economical thing, and they're going to find a way to screw that up and make it expensive.
Yeah. Well, that's where the phrase "dirt cheap" comes from, isn't it?
I guess so. But
the deal with the dirt is that, man, it'll really take a toll on suspension, especially later on in the racetrack venue when they get it all rutted up and stuff.
Yeah. Don, when asphalt was kind of dying off here, it's not dead. I mean, there's Houston still. But when that was starting to fall off, a lot of guys would tell me that as well, to where it's like, it's not as bad on the equipment. Well, the first time that I took my dwarf car out after, asphalt racing had kind of fallen off a little bit, I bent 2 spindles, bent a rear end housing, blew a shock out, all of that. And I'm like, this is cheaper?
Yeah.
I mean, this is less torrential on my car? It's all beat to hell,
Yeah.
So, is dwarf car politically correct anymore?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Do they sell them as that, dwarf cars?
Yeah.
That's how they're sold, yeah.
Yeah, like they have a huge event every September, October, and it's like the whatever Dwarf Car Nationals. And I'm just waiting for that one to have to change its name. Small Car Vintage Nationals or something.
Well,
like
I mean, but prior to that,
Hervé Filich's Nationals.
Prior to that, it was midgets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's talk about politically incorrect.
That's still okay, because that's one of the first big races that you have. Middle of January, you've got the Chili Bowl
up in Tulsa.
Yeah, in Tulsa.
Yeah. Do you ever go to that?
Never been there. I've never been there.
Wednesday night, I meet some friends for dinner on Wednesday nights. Cheap margaritas, cheap Mexican food. He's got 2 cars that he's trying to get ready to take to the Chili Bowl.
Yeah.
From down here.
Let's explain to everybody the difference between a midget and a dwarf.
About 4 inches.
It's a DNA.
About 4 inches.
Yeah, exactly. Wheelbase. I mean, wheelbase and horsepower, essentially. They are both very, when it comes to weight to horsepower ratio, vast difference right there. That's like with the dwarf car. The one that I still have, I mean, it's a very short wheelbase, and but it's got a Kawasaki, 1000 engine in there, so it is just a rocket ship.
And midgets have a traditional V8.
Yeah. Yeah. And those no reverse, yeah, just like a dwarf car. I mean, it's a motorcycle engine. So you're running a motorcycle transmission and all of that. And same thing with the midget, but it's just a lot of horsepower. It's just a whole lot of horsepower. And you better hang on, man, because if one of those things gets a little wicked on you, you're going to take a tumble. But those thrive. I mean, sprint cars I've really found with sprint cars in Texas, they've always been a big deal, dirt sprint cars. But where now, just like with every other division that you find in short track racing, it doesn't matter what surface you're on. It's like with the sprint cars, you've got the 305 sprints, engine. Then you've got the 360 sprints. And then you got the big old bad 410s. But it's one of those things. I joke with my friends at Heart of Texas Speedway out in Waco, right off of 35, right before the split that way. And it's like all they have to do is put Sprint Cars Friday on their marquee. And it doesn't matter if it's a chuck wagon sprint car, that place is going to be jam-packed, man. It's
I'll tell you what,
cars, man.
And especially when it comes, for me, dirt. I'm typically not a big dirt kind of guy, but when it comes to winged sprint cars, I am there. I want to have the hot dog and the Coke and the popcorn.
Throwing dirt clods into the stands.
I want to be there for that. I want to see that
them.
3-wide, crazy
Cover that beer
stuff.
can. Cover that beer cup.
That's right. Yeah,
it's gonna get some sweet and low in there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But,
is there going to be any of that here in the next few months?
World of Outlaws are doing 2 nights at Cotton Bowl Speedway in Page.
Okay.
Actually, between you guys and I don't remember the exact date, but they've got 2 dates there. You've got some big stuff happening out y'all's way at 105. 105 Speedway in Cleveland, not Ohio. 105 Speedway, they've got a full schedule. And what I'm excited about on the dirt track side this year around here is that, number one, dirt late models. Dirt late models to me are just really cool. With that long nose and that big tall tail. Not to mention, a lot of those that they try to run the crate engine thing that we're working with Rogers Dabs. So that's good for business. But, those are just a lot of fun to watch. And we are starting to see a resurgence right now of the actual, like, IMCA modifieds, the actual true modified cars. Because now you've got economy modifieds. You've got sport mods, limited mods. It's part of what I think was the problem with asphalt racing, to where you had a late model on asphalt, and then you had a pro late model, a limited late model, a beginner late model, a super late model. Geez, how many of these do you need? And it's kind of what I'm seeing with dirt. There's a lot of options, and all the while with those options, the cash register is ding, ding.
And in those options, is that about the level of car, the level of driver, a combination of the two? How do they determine what option they want to run in?
It's the drivers say it's based on the budget, but what you see a lot of times is, and that's the problem. Like now, what I'm talking about with the modified class in Texas, the true dirt modified, the big mod as we call it, that at one time was the staple. That was you had that. Then you had an IMCA stock car, and you may have some kind of bomber class. That was your dirt, your core dirt series. Well, then I think probably late 90s or whatever, mid to late 90s, you came at the sport mod, which wasn't quite the full-blown modified, but it was something that was a alternate to it if you didn't have the money for the big modified. Well, before you know it, your modified field has shrunk, and a lot of those modified guys have built themselves a sport mod or a limited modified, whatever you want to call it.
Because of cost.
Now what's happened in the dirt world is you've got these things called factory stocks, which are, a steel-bodied, metric or leaf spring car, whatever you choose to run right there. You can't run headers. You have to run, stock rocker arms. All of that stuff. It's stock. Well, you can race those all around this region right here, and you can pick up $10,000 to $15,000 to win per show. So the limited modified class has now dwindled, and everybody has a factory stock. And, now there are purpose-built factory stock chassis to where that was designed to use a stock concept. So,
well, that doesn't sound very factory stock, a factory stock chassis, custom-built chassis.
Well, guys, I see.
Well, built to specs.
I've got friends that build them. And it's like, oh, yeah, got your roller, $20K out the door. $20K for a stock car? Come on.
You could buy 4 dwarf cars for that.
Well, and then that class too. I mean, because the class that I ran in, the dwarf car, it was all home built, dwarf cars. Now you can pick yourself up some really cool dwarf cars. They're still called dwarf cars, but they're like modified lights is what they look like. You can pick you up one of those rollers, bad boy, for about $16K right out the door, ready for a motor, and let's go.
And how much does a motor cost in one of those?
Well, and then there's that. So it used to be, eBay used to be the place where you'd go find yourself a good motorcycle engine, and maybe you'd pay $3K, $4K to get something a little more.
Now it's $12K.
Yeah. The division that I was in, like the last year that I was in there in 2016, the rule that we had, because it was a member-run group, you could run a Kawasaki, a Suzuki, a Yamaha, whatever it was. But in 2016, it couldn't be any newer than, I think, 2008. Wow. That was the newest one you could run. Shoot. Now these guys are going out and getting 2015s and speed, buddy.
Hey, get seven of them together and call it the Cinderella series.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely that.
So,
it's a golden slipper somewhere.
Let's talk about the 2023 season that's now in the rearview mirror. How did it go? What you saw, how did it go?
It was good. I'm not going to say excellent. I'm not going to say great. I think it was good. I think it's imperative in short track racing, no matter where, any part of the country, that you see progress. And we did continue to see progress, both on asphalt and on pavement. It just, what concerns me, it's been on the asphalt side for a while, and now like with the stuff I'm talking about now on dirt, what you're seeing series that are maybe revitalized. I know on the asphalt side with super late models, with pavement super late models, you've got two really good series that they're not really going head to head, but they're kind of dividing the field. You know what I mean? And when your pool of drivers has kind of narrowed itself down quite a bit, and then you draw a wedge in between them, or kind of put some discontent there, that's concerning to where you might start losing, drivers, or, I hate it when a series or a racetrack falls off the map. I did see in 2023, I saw a lot of racetracks that are no longer going to be operating, and that sucks. I mean, one of them right here in Texas. Devil's Bowl Speedway out in Mesquite. That is one of the biggest racetracks in the country. That was the original racetrack in 1978 that hosted the World of Outlaws, and they ran a huge event in October. And after that event, they said, "Well, that's it. We're done. Closing." And that's a lot of years down the drain.
Sell out to a subdivision, or they sell the land, or what happened?
Yep. What actually happened there is a municipal airport right on the other side of it, which for the longest time has been a good thing, because I've always said, when you're a racetrack, there are two neighbors you want. Number one, a railroad track or an airport, because they ain't going to care anything about the noise. If anything, their noise is louder than yours. Well, the airport decided they wanted to expand, and they apparently went and made an offer, and the second generation owners were like, can't pass it up.
Yeah, really.
And you don't really blame them, I guess.
How's it looking as far as the public attendance to these events?
That's a topic, guys, that comes up frequently. It seems like just on any platform that I end up on. It depending on the show, like you were talking about with sprint cars, dirt late models, those type of things. You usually have a couple of weeks ago in Corpus Christi, they had a big end of the season show, and it packed them. It packed it up really nice. Weekly shows, you do seem to have those taper off a little bit, but I think a big part of that is that now you've got streaming services that can provide you an experience that, hell, a lot of times, I'll say it's better than being there. Food's cheaper, the potty line is cheaper, the beer's cheaper, and
they have replays.
They have replays, and they have high definition cameras, and they have all of that. So
and they've got somebody like you that can explain everything that's going on that you might not hear in the stands.
That helps as well. It's very much a TV experience where you've got Race on Texas here in the Lone Star State that does well. Racing America, Flow Sports. Flow Sports has massive leaps and bounds that they have not only with racing, but they can bring you an experience in any sport that is just tremendous. So there's that. Promoters used to look at that as very much a negative thing when that first started, but now a lot of these streamers have packages to where there's revenue sharing involved, which there should be. There should be. I mean, sure. if I'm selling, if I'm taking in wheel time and I'm going to put that on my platform and I'm not giving you a dime, that's crap. And that's what was happening. But now they've figured different things out to where, but that, long story short, that keeps people at home. That keeps people home.
They're still watching, but it's from a different perspective.
But they're not paying.
And it doesn't, it doesn't do anything for the track.
Who have you aligned yourself with this upcoming 2024 season?
You know me. I'm going to kind of be a lot of different places. Very excited that there will be 11 dates there at Houston Motorsports Park. Are you the voice there? That's what they tell me.
That's good.
I'm showing up the first day. If there's some other dude up there, I guess I'll just leave.
we know how this business works.
I'm here for the beer.
Yeah, exactly. 11 dates there, and then excited to do heading back to the I think I talked to you guys when I was in, where was that? Alabama for the Rattler. I think I talked to you guys that weekend. I was heading back to that. Going to do some stuff in Pensacola. May get to do some stuff in Georgia. Dirt tracks here, Corpus Christi around here. So it'll be.
We need to have the Rodney Rodriguez fan club with the tour bus. And so, all of us Houston fans, we're going to get on the bus and we're going to go to wherever you are. What do you think about that?
Be a short bus.
You got a Volkswagen Yugo? I think that's probably all you need, man. Jam pack them in there like sardines, and let's head to the dirt track, buddy.
So, what do you got planned for your Christmas holiday?
We'll lay low around here. We'll just kind of stay at the house and see if anybody shows up here. Kids are in. We had one of the girls graduate from UNT last Friday, so we've got both girls here hanging out with us.
Nice.
And we'll just kind of take it from there. How about you guys? What's on the horizon?
We're
doing a Christmas special?
We're all doing our own thing here locally, and I don't think any of us are going. Konrad had a nice little open house at his party, and Jeff and Kathy and Leslie and I went up there and visited, and it was very nice, very nice. And Mars retreated back over there to Neaterville, and that's his usual hangout. So I think it's all good over there.
Well, and with some of the other stuff, some of my other ventures that I'm in, it's a good time of year right now to be in sports radio because, the team that I cover in college football is playing in the college football championship. So that will keep me.
Which team is that?
That would be the Texas Longhorns.
Oh,
do you get to call that game?
No. I work with a online sports radio outlet here in the Austin area. Yeah. I do a daily show there. So these people are crazy about Texas football, so we've got stuff to talk about. Your NFL team is pretty good right now. So
yours isn't.
Mine.
What a downer, man!
I had to say it. Hey,
put your thumb on him.
The truth hurts.
It does. I don't deny it, man. It's been 30 some odd years.
So, Rodney, where can we pick up your weekly show and the Dirt Show?
That one here in Texas, Monday evenings, Revved Up Sports Show on Facebook and revvedupsportshow.com. That's the place to go for that. That's Texas based. You get a lot of regional guests on there talking to different dirt track folks and really talking to Texas promoters, trying to dig stuff out from them. It's like I'm telling all these promoters, I'm like, look, if you're going to drop your schedule, why don't you drop your schedule on my show where there's, 100 and however many 100 people watching? I mean, do it here. Don't just do a Facebook post on midnight on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how about Dirty Air?
Dirty Air Thursdays on Racing America, 6 p.m. Central. That one, I know a lot of the Racing America shows, they actually take a break. I don't take a break. I just keep going. There's always gossip. There's always, my shows are like The Young and the Restless, man. I go in there and I dig out all the stuff people really want. Who cares about the race? Who's mad at each other? That's what they want.
Well, listen, man, it's always good to talk to you. It's good to see you, and best wishes for the holiday season. And I want to be invited out to Houston Motorsports Park. You know when the first event's going to be out there?
No. March, first part of March. First part of March, I'll actually work with Owen Pittman and Dean Baker over there, and maybe for the season opener we can do something. I mean, you guys are welcome anytime, but maybe for the season opener, maybe do something, have you guys out, and let's have a good year. I've said that Houston market is big. I mean, the stuff you guys do and a great job you guys do. But man, why not go tap that market, a huge metropolitan city like that, and make it somewhere people want to go see short track racing.
You got it, Rodney. It's great to talk to you. Thank you, my friend. God
Thanks,
bless
Rodney.
you. We'll talk to you again soon.
You guys be well. Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for the cruise-in calendar. Konrad has that.
Not too much going on as far as cruise-ins, Christmas weekend. So back to you, Don.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you did your homework on that and found out that there's nothing going on.
Don't take us long to do nothing.
No, absolutely not. Time now for this hour's car review. Had a chance to drive the 2023 Land Rover Defender. It's available in these trim levels. Starts with the S and moves up to the SE. Then the X Dynamic SE, the X, the V8, and the first edition. I had the 130 SE. This is the long wheelbase model with 3 rows of seating. This is considered a standard SUV body on frame. Seats up to 8 passengers, all new in 2020. Exterior features, well, keeping the post-World War II look with its upright design and windshield, modern styled lighting front and rear with slab sides, kind of a little bit of a throwback there, and it looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. 2-door version reminds of the Bronco. This is a carryover of top of the fender black plastic protectors. And I don't know whether you're familiar with Land Rover and their vehicles, but it's kind of a long-standing thing. Matter of fact, I saw them restore one here not too long ago, and they actually went out and got some new ones for this particular restoration to sit on top of those front fenders.
I think it's so you could stand on them.
I think that's what it was originally meant for.
And stack stuff on the roof.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely a off-road vehicle. Interior highlights, unique linear dash with a built-in shelf. Very unusual, but it works. Touchscreen is fairly easy to understand. The shifter is high up on the dash. Of course, it's an electronic one, so you push it forward to put it in reverse, and you pull it back to get it into drive.
Sounds very British.
It is very, very British. Seating is comfortable, but rugged. Cargo trunk room, minimal with all 3 rows of seating up. What I liked about it, lots of off-road option controls that are all displayed on the center stack. And you can control everything if you want to, or put it in automatic, and it will do its own thing. What could use improvement? The steering wheel control points are confusing. For instance, do you know what a diamond shape is for? Neither do I. Do you know what a dot
For a ring.
Do you know what a dot on the steering wheel is for?
Stop.
I have no clue either.
Well, what happened when you pushed it?
Nothing. So it has to do something, but I didn't find out what it was. You know, on these vehicles, I don't really get too deep into them because I don't have time for that. And I will tell you that if I can't find the cruise control, which I can on almost all of the vehicles, and get it to engage or, move up the speed or move down the speed, then
You're not happy.
I'm not. And this one, all I'd had to done is pull out the owner's manual and looked it up and learned how to do it. If it has one. Yeah. If it doesn't have one in the glove box, chances are it's in the center stack, the screen that I can't find. So anyway.
So did the first edition one come with a Kenny Rogers CD?
That I don't know about that. I knew you were going to go there. No. As far as power is concerned, it is supplied by a 3.0-liter inline-6 with a mild hybrid. Okay? So it's got a little bit of help. Horsepower, 395 horsepower in this thing and 406 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed automatic transmission with a tow rating of 8,200 pounds. And without towing anything, I can tell you this thing will get up and go. 17 miles per gallon city is what it's rated. 21 highway for a combined of 19. I got 20.4. Not bad.
Pretty good in that big boat.
Yeah, yeah. And it's actually not that big. It's not like a Range Rover.
Well, you say Bronco size.
It's
Sort of.
kind of, yeah. It's bigger than a Wrangler, but it's smaller than the Range
Tahoe.
Rover. Yeah, the Tahoe.
And smoother, more current looking versus the Mutual of Omaha version I thought of.
That's right.
Because that was the original.
With Marlon
Defender.
Perkins.
Marlon Perkins.
Remember the hat? What I liked about it, gobs of power, acts like a V8. It was pretty smooth, I'll have to admit. What could use improvement? An easier to use start-stop off button. You know, there are some vehicles that need an off button. Or
Some
how
people
about
that
just
need
the
it off
option of having the start-stop feature and you can engage it? I would like to see it reversed for me personally. I don't want that start-stop feature because I am a 2-foot driver, even with an automatic transmission. And when I want to go, I take my left foot off the brake and ease down or stomp down on the
vice versa,
accelerator
yeah.
pedal. Ride and handling. That air ride suspension is the best on any vehicle I have ever driven, period.
Bar none. Wow.
It is truly amazing. They've got that thing down to a science. What could use improvement? Nothing. Easy to get into parking spaces with this thing. This is a serious luxury off-roader that can hold its own on the road as well. Base trim price, $78,300. Prices tested, $88,025. The base model price, $53,500. Now, what do you compare it to? How about the Bronco? Starts at $34,995. That's $34,095. Wrangler 4xE, because it is a hybrid, $54,735. So that would be really the more one-on-one. Or you could stay in the Land Rover Discovery, and that starts at $58,400. And that, my friends, is the review of the 2023 Land Rover Defender.
It's a good-looking truck.
The In Real Time Car Talk show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Real Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InRealTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11. Podcasts available on your favorite podcast outlet. The In Real Time Car Talk show continues right after this quick break. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In-Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Konrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In-Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In-Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In-Wheel Time Car Talk. For this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show, I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.